What's up, everyone? I just ran into Sergio, and he is a huge EV enthusiast. He has a Ford F-150 Lightning Platinum Edition. We're going to get into that later as we spec it out, but he's going to give his reaction to being around the Cybertruck and doing a full walkthrough for the very first time. But tell us a little bit about yourself, and then tell us about your truck ownership.
Got it. All right, so I've owned all types of EVs. I've owned Teslas, Model X, Model S, Model 3. I've owned this Ford Lightning. This is my second one. I actually had one before that. I got a couple Mach-E's. I got a Kia Niro. I had a Hyundai Ioniq. I've had a bunch of EVs, even a Fisker Karma plug-in hybrid. Like, I love electric and I love EVs. So, but trucks, I've also had an F-250. I had a Ford Explorer Sport, which some people would say, oh, that's not really a truck, but it was a truck for me. It worked out very well. But I'm all about towing. I'm all about exploring. So this kind of stuff is right up my alley.
And just to talk a little bit about, we actually did a live podcast about your road tripping across country. How many trips have you done in an EV across the country?
So the very first trip that I did was with my Model X. It was a 2020 Performance. I towed a 7,000-pound trailer all the way from California to Florida. So that was my first one. And then after that, I did a Mach-E. I did the Mach-E GT. Then I did a Ford Lightning. And then with this Ford Lightning, I towed a 9,000-pound trailer all the way from Florida back to California.
Wow, that's incredible. You know, you have just a ton of experience, especially with the towing, especially with EVs in general. But you know, your opinion today and your feedback is going to be important, really, for people that are potentially, you know, they doubt that this is really a truck, and more importantly, just electric vehicles in general. So yeah, let's walk to the truck and you know, give you a walkthrough. So sorry, it's a little bit messy. This has 2,000 miles in about 2 weeks.
It definitely has taken off some bugs off the road for us. So these won't be.
You welcome.
I know these won't be biting me later on today. So a nice accumulation of all kinds of stuff up there.
Totally. So from a truck perspective, I mean, I know you've seen it once or twice. What are your thoughts? I mean, does this just like hit different? Is it polarizing? Is it ugly? Is it beautiful?
It's bigger than I expected. The pictures definitely make it look a lot smaller than it is. So standing next to it, it does look a little bit bigger. I still can't get over the color of this thing, because when it's dirty like this, it looks really bad. It's almost like when you start getting fingerprints on your refrigerator or your dishwasher. To me, it would drive me crazy, because I like things to be always nice and clean and smooth. So
fair enough.
I think that would be the only thing that works for me, because as a truck, you're going to do truck stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and open up the frunk real quick. So if you want to push it in here.
Ah, okay. So there's a little button under there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So you have a Ford F-150 Lightning. I think the frunk is huge. You guys even have some power adapters there, like the 110, 240, 220. But what are your thoughts on just this frunk compared to other either EV frunks or truck frunks?
I mean, I like the fact that it's like the Lightning, where it brings up the entire grille. So if you have something that you're just trying to place in here, you can place it in here. You know, opposed to the ones where you gotta go up and over into it. I like the idea of it. I think this could have been a little deeper, and then, you know, added for room with it. Cause like with the Lightning, like you mentioned, I actually put my mobility scooter, the entire thing, in the front of my frunk. And when you mentioned the outlets, like there's 4 110 outlets up there. There's a Type C and a Type A port as well. So I'm charging my mobility scooter in that when I go places, and it's easy for me to put it in and out when it's right there in the front.
Wow.
I think it could have been a little deeper.
Yeah, and a ton of utility, right? Because the fact that you can fit your mobility scooter and more.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's no plugs in here. Really, it's just the windshield wiper fluid right up here. Okay. And then this is another option to just close it.
Have we put a person in here yet? Like, have we seen anybody jump out of the frunk of a Cybertruck?
I think we have, but I don't know if we want to try that today.
I think I've jumped out of enough things in my time. But no, the cool thing is it's functional. We get at least an option. Some EV manufacturers aren't even offering a frunk. So the fact that we have some place for storage, some place that we could put something and feel secure that it's locked in, where somebody's not going to look through your windows and say, oh, they got something I want to steal. If it's in here, they're not going to get to it.
All right, feel free to press the button if you can, and then
which button?
This
you gotta teach me buttons. I don't know where buttons are.
This one right.
Oh, that's gonna be.
Yeah.
So not this one down here.
You can do both.
Okay, let's try
whatever.
It out.
Yeah, you just push it in.
Nice, quiet, fast. Boom, sealed. Okay.
All right. Well, let's and have you stepped into one yet?
No, I have not sat in one. I have not. This is the first time I've actually touched one. I've been, I've seen them all over the road. I've seen them in different places, but this is the first time that's the first one I've actually touched. Yours is, so thank you for letting me touch yours.
Thanks for the fingerprints.
Yeah, no worries. Let me do that real quick.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad I have a little piece of Sergio with me now. If you can even see it where all the trademarks are. So the way to open it is you just push right next to where that little white bar is. And but one interesting thing is that you can't. So you just opened it. You can't push it closed.
Okay. So yeah.
So you have kids and they stick their hands in. You cannot close it.
Yeah.
So once you pull it out, that's when it comes all the way out.
No, that's pretty cool. So the Mach-E does that as well. The Ford Mustang Mach-E will do that. So actuator will kick it out, and then you can't push it back closed until you open it.
Exactly.
And then it disengages the actuator, and then you can close it. So that's actually smart because you're right. Just, kids running around or even yourself not paying attention, you lean on it, and then all of a sudden you're smashing your fingers.
Exactly. So yeah, feel free to maybe just if you want to.
Oh, shoot. Feel free to what?
I was
what? Feel free to what? Oh, bro. Say less.
I was in Las Vegas, and I had to tip valet, so that's why you see all the cows.
Okay, so that's tip money.
Yeah, feel free to get in and.
Well, it definitely looks like you've been using it as utility. Oh wow, you got nice space up here.
Yeah.
Huge dash.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
No, this dash. I mean, I feel like you could put there should be something up there. I don't know. It's just.
I think some bodies could actually fit up there if you wanted it.
Yeah,
to.
you actually could probably put like a little cushion and a little curtain and put it so then that way you can just take a nap right there. That's
So I haven't done the full walkthrough of the Lightning, which we're going to be getting to later today. But how does it feel with no stalks when you're just from a driving? Obviously, you haven't driven it yet, but even getting into it, I mean, is that weird to you?
It is. So no, fit all the same. The steering wheel is just so much smaller. So this is what this is kind of confusing because this looks like it would be on like a little like Porsche or something small, but to think that it's on a truck, I have big hands, so you could kind of tell like my hands like pretty much consume this thing.
Yep.
But I do like that the graphics are shifting and it changes the color of the truck. Kind of gives you an idea of what it would look like if you went a little bit darker on it too. I don't know if you've ever noticed that.
Yeah, actually, I don't think I have. That's
yeah. So like you'll start right here. It'll start scrolling. There you go. It's almost like it's changing the color of the whole truck.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah, but no, this the screen, everything looks about normal for everything else. You got your center console.
They had actually marketed it as a 6-seater, so that's why it feels like there's actually extra space in the middle.
Yeah, this is pretty big. I'm trying to think to myself, what would be the use for this right here? Like, what would you?
At this point, they call it storage.
Yeah, but if you depends on how big it is, it might fall over each way or the other direction.
True.
So it'd be kind of cool if they made like some kind of netting or something, maybe just so that way it can keep whatever you want to have in there. Because this is a utility, you could put your boots there. It looks like this is going to be easy to clean up. Like if you had some mud boots or if you had like just whatever you want there, and at least the nets would keep it in place so it doesn't flip over and hit your pedal. This is pretty cool. I like that they did the stainless steel pedals as well, kind of like what they used to do in what they did in the performance models.
One key note, he's got Lightning shoes on.
Oh yeah. I brought my Lightning, so I had to bring my Lightning Nikes, my custom made Nikes that are Lightning. Come on now.
Well, awesome. So yeah, let's take a step into the back. All right, so now we're gonna try getting into the back, but so it's the same way to open it.
And it's actually a physical button. It's not like a touch sensor, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
And this actually opens up the full 90.
Oh, this actually opens up wider. I thought some people were complaining and whining that it only opened up a certain amount, and it was like whining and crying about that. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh, it's comfy back here.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's actually pretty cushy back here. I like the idea of the screen right here. And yes, I could control the vent directions, kind of like the Model 3 where you get to like shift it down and change the direction where you want that wind to go. That's pretty cool. I like that. That's a pretty cool feature.
long window, and then these seats even actually fold up. So I don't know exactly how it is in the Ford Lightning, but these seats fold up so you can get full access to the back just to throw stuff in it.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned to see how like my head was going to be. I got some room up here. I'm 6 foot tall, so I'm 6 feet tall. So, you know, having it right here, but I was expecting to be a bit higher in here. So this actually has some pretty cool, this is kind of trippy having this little window back here that it's so small, but no, this actually is much roomier than I expected, especially having the seat in the front all the way back, and it's definitely comfortable. I can feel the cushion and support on this thing. Yeah,
it drives and rides better than my Model X. I'm not just saying that. It actually does.
Okay, cool. Yeah. It's kind of funny with the angles that they put on everything, like with the Cybertruck and everything. It's just everything's got angles. Oh, okay, yeah. So and just flip it up, and then that way you could, and it locks in place, and then that way you could put stuff. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
All right, let's get to the back.
Oh yeah, the infamous cover and the tailgate. Let's see.
You might actually want to stand on this side, just because of the fact that
you don't want to come down and have it smack me, or what you trying to do?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Okay. So, well, and you could. We don't want anyone falling today, so.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of heights, so
exactly.
Okay. So open the cover, push this.
Yes, exactly, and you just do it 1 second.
That's actually pretty fast, and it's quiet.
Yeah. And you can see through
now you can see the window. Okay. Yeah. And they got the nice lighting strip on the side, so
the ambient lighting.
Yeah. Okay. Boom.
I would actually love to know what you think on the tailgate weight.
Does it go back up?
No, you have to lift it up. But on the
that's hella light. Being that it's so big, I thought it was gonna be like just really heavy, but that's not. I mean, you could literally. Okay. Yeah, I was expecting this to be heavier because it's just so massive. I thought it was going to be, but I mean, I can literally pick it up with my pinky. That's funny.
That's crazy.
All right.
Yeah, and then here, I'm going to move this.
That's right. You have that extra storage done, right?
Yep.
Nice.
So here you can actually put in any type of drink with ice, obviously, and then there's even a drain underneath it.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
And then over there you can open up the up.
Oh, this.
Yes, that's where you can do all of your vehicle-to-vehicle charging, 110s and 220.
Cool. I might have to get some electricity off of this Cybertruck onto my F150 then, because
yeah,
like
exactly.
It'd be fun. I mean, has a Cybertruck charged the F150 yet? Do we know?
I think we're gonna find out today.
Yeah, let's do that.
But yeah. So
okay. No, this is actually much bigger than I expected. Can I jump up there?
Yeah, of course.
Easy to get into. Yeah, it's much bigger than I expect. Is this glass? You know?
I don't think it's glass. I think it's metal.
Okay. Yeah, so that way if anything bumps into it, because you know when you're moving stuff, like if you have it all the way up to the top, that would be, as long as you don't get too close to that, you'd be okay. Well, but if it's metal, it'd probably be fine because this thing stops bullets. So
exactly.
But no, it's and it's not as high, and you probably don't even have it in the lowest setting, do you?
This is not in the lowest setting. This is just low.
And it's easy to get in and out of.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you've pretty much had a full walkthrough. We're going to do a drive at some point. What are your just impressions? Like when you either compare it to the F150 Lightning or anything else, what are your thoughts? No,
it's pretty shocking. I'm actually impressed. I didn't expect it to be this big. It looked much smaller in pictures and videos. Its utility, it looks like it's a truck. It actually is a truck.
I feel like that's all I need to take from this video.
I'm just saying. I mean,
Sergio's.
It's a truck. Because at first I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, and now actually seeing it and sitting in it and feeling it, it's a truck. Yeah. It's a truck.
Well, awesome. Thank you for your time, and your perspective matters a ton. So
thanks, man.